Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about the solid waste management issues with particular reference to the city of Delhi. Many of us must already be familiar with the concept of municipal solid waste. As per the United States Environment Protection Agency, it has been defined as the solid discarded items of everyday use, consisting of substances ranging from metallic items, wooden items, and all varieties of plastic and paper waste. It is also referred to as garbage, trash, or refuse in different countries of the world. Considering the nature of waste generated, it can further be categorized into dry waste and wet waste on the basis of its moisture content. For instance, all the food waste falls into the wet waste category and the rest into the dry one. Though waste generation has been a regular phenomena in the towns and cities of India, but then why it has become a cause of concern for the city administration in recent times? It is primarily because of manifold increase in the waste quantity and its improper disposal has further added to the woes. As per the 2011 census, the 377 million urban population of India was generating 1,43,449 metric tons of waste per day. And in the year 2020, the quantity of waste has increased manifold. As per the Central Pollution Control Board, the city of Delhi is generating 9,500 tons of waste per day and therefore has become the second largest waste producing city of the country, the first being Mumbai with a quantity of 11,000 tons per day. If we can have a look at this map, it is highlighting the most waste generating cities of India, which not only includes cities like Delhi and Mumbai, but also Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, and so on. If the same scenario continues, then more such cities might fall in this category. The primary factors responsible for the waste scenario of the cities is not only the rapid economic development of cities and towns, but also the accelerated process of urbanization, the unregulated migration from rural to urban areas, and changes in the consumption patterns of people. Changes in the consumption pattern as a reason for waste generation is highlighted by this fact that the quantity of waste generated by large cities is 0.5 kg per person per day, in contrast to the small cities which generate 0.1 kg per person per day. The city of Delhi is responsible for generating 0.6 kg per person per day, which is an indicator of higher consumption rate among the population. In this slide, we can see some statistics about the population of Delhi. As per the census report 2011, the city was generating a waste quantity of 6,800 tons per day with a population of 11 million people. And in the year 2020, the same city is generating a waste quantity of 9,500 tons per day with a population of 30 million, thereby showing a direct relationship between the population and the quantity of waste generated. Therefore, one of the solutions to this problem of dealing with the rising waste lies in the regulation of the population influx. Apart from the already mentioned factors, the now inefficient methods of waste disposal have also contributed to the apathy. The traditional methods of waste disposal are landfill sites and incineration plants. As you can see, there is a lined landfill site on the left and there is an incineration plant on the right. In the landfill sites, all the city waste is buried under the ground and is covered with a layer of soil to leave it decomposed. On the contrary, in the incineration plants, the waste is incinerated at higher temperatures in order to reduce its volume. But with the ever increasing quantity of garbage, both these methods have now proved to be ineffective. Though there are other methods of disposal also, like vermicomposting, composting and biogas generation, but the landfill sites and incineration plants have an advantage over these methods, especially in urban areas. As you can see in this slide, Delhi has 3 landfill sites: Ghazipur, Okla and Bhalaswa. All of these have become giant mountains of trash over a period of time. This map is showing the location of the 3 landfill sites. Bhalaswa is located in the north, Okla in the south and Ghazipur in the east. All these landfills have already got exhausted in the year 2002, 2003 and 2016 respectively. Also, as per the environmental norms, the permissible height of a landfill site is only 20 meters, and these 3 have already passed 40 meters of height and are still receiving waste due to lack of alternative sites. These 2 are the images of open dumps in Delhi, which in the long run may become another Ghazipur or Okla. Landfill sites of Delhi have also been declared as pollution bombs by the environmental agencies due to the mentioned factors. The anaerobic decomposition of the waste leads to the methane formation, which is not only explosive in nature but also adds to the process of global warming. Other issues associated are the high risk of diseases like dysentery, yellow fever, etc., as they act as storehouse of viruses and bacteria. Leachate formation from the landfill sites are also responsible for the pollution of underground water. In metropolitan cities, the lack of land availability prevents for alternative landfill sites. This is the site of Ghazipur accident, where in the year 2017, a heap of garbage collapsed and had swept the people on the road into the nearby canal. 2 people had died due to the falling of trash, and the East Delhi Municipal Corporation warned of more such incidents. This entire episode is an indicator of the capital's struggle in managing the waste. Following this incident, the waste has been diverted to a temporary site at Ranikhera near the Delhi-Haryana border after rejection of another chosen site at Gonda Gurjan by the NGT on the grounds that the selected site falls in an environmentally sensitive zone near the river Yamuna. This entire experience also clearly highlights the crisis of land availability in this overpopulated city. The situation of incinerators is no different. The city has 3 incineration plants located at Okla in the south, Narela Bhavana in the north, the largest one, and Ghazipur in East Delhi. As per the 29 report of the Center for Science and Environment, only 13% of Delhi's waste generated is of high calorific value and can be incinerated to produce electricity. The remaining waste either directly adds burden to the landfill sites or are indirectly dumped as bottom ash or fly ash. The waste to energy plant at Okla have been under controversy due to the emission of dioxins and furans. In the case of Delhi, the East and South Delhi Municipal Corporation have signed an agreement with the National Highways Authority of India, according to which waste from landfill sites will be utilized for road construction, but again this is only a one-time solution. Therefore, keeping in mind the current crisis, the question which now arises is how to manage or minimize the waste quantity. The most talked about and accepted ways have been is to reduce the waste, to recycle it, reuse, recover and compost it. But practicing these is not as easy as it appears. The primary requirement for the process of composting, recycling and recovery is the segregation of the waste into different categories, say dry or wet at the source level. But the same has proven to be a challenge for authorities involved in waste management. Land availability has also been recorded as an issue when it comes to setting up of compost sites, waste to energy plants and landfill sites. This clearly proves that reduction in the quantity of waste and its segregation at source should be given due importance. Also, the participation of communities as a proactive stakeholder would also contribute to a large extent in countries like India. The legal measures for the management of waste includes the Solid Waste Management Rules 2000, the National Environment Policy 2006, which recognizes the need to strengthen the capacity of local bodies for waste collection. The 2010 Government of India's National Mission on Sustainable Development also focuses on the management of urban waste. The revised rule of solid waste management 2016 also mandates the segregation of waste at the level of source, but a proper implementation of each of these legislations is still needed, and this has been established by the fact that India might need landfill sites of the size of Delhi by the year 2050. Thank you.